Yes, sir. Today is June 24th, 2021. Welcome back to the Black and Brilliant podcast with your host, Swoop the God, and my guy, B from Verse Solutions.
Chill. What's good, family? Glad to be back
Yes, sir.
in the
Yes, sir. Hey,
build.
man, we got a lot to catch up on. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. So how everything been with you, man? How the market been treating you?
Oh, man. Well, since last time we talked, good old slimy bear market going on. So we had to adjust accordingly, and I ain't gonna lie,
Indeed.
I took a big hit. I took a big hit on a few things, and I kind of was still trying to buy when I wasn't realizing, like, I wasn't checking the chart. So
Yeah.
um that was my first mistake, and the bull run was so good, it felt like no matter what coin I had, it was just going.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
but, but yeah, what
Hey,
about you,
well,
man?
well,
How's
shit,
it
man.
been?
I gonna say shit. You done been through somewhat of a bear market, so you officially a vet now. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, yeah, purple ribbon shit going on, purple ribbon. But it's all good.
Yeah.
What
But
about for
yeah,
you?
man.
How the market been treating you?
Um, kind of the same story on my end. Just been adjusting to is the background noise real loud over here? You
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I might have to relocate in a minute. But yeah, man, just adjusting to the downtrend. So like how I always post in the different chats or on social media when pretty much after we pushed under 50K, I was kind of like, hey man, everybody be careful holding these altcoins just because when Bitcoin's being real volatile, Bitcoin could just go up and down, and
Right, right.
the average altcoin gonna get wrecked just from that. You know what I'm saying? So just adjusting accordingly, getting deeper into different liquidity pools and staking and things of that nature.
So
Um,
so hold on. So let's pause right there. For the average listener at home, what is a liquidity pool and what is staking? What is it like? Well, first, what is a liquidity pool?
okay, well, I'll start with staking first because staking
Okay.
is simpler. So staking is pretty much similar to. Hold on. Give me one quick second.
Okay, go ahead. All right, we back. Go ahead.
Bet. Yeah. So yeah, staking and like I said, I've been doing a lot of staking and jumping in liquidity pools. Like I said, staking is simpler. Is That's for the most part that's kind of comparable to like a CD at the bank. You basically depositing your digital assets in a platform or a specific wallet or whatever the case. You're locking it up. Um, some staking platforms, it'll be you'll be locked in for a certain time. Some you could pull out whenever you want to, but it's pretty much just depositing your digital assets to receive a return. Um, Staking, before I even get into liquidity pools, staking is less risky than liquidity pools because staking generally involves depositing one asset. And with we spoke about with liquidity pools, you basically provide in a trade in pairs. So I'll go into more detail about that when I explain the liquidity pools. But
Okay.
yeah, but staking is less risky because you just provide in one asset. It's great for it's great for cryptos you plan on holding long term anyway. So like
Right, right.
yeah, for example, like Zilliqa is a coin I've been staking for the longest. There's different platforms. Let me think of some other simple staking platforms.
I
I
know
know
you
you.
can also stake. You can also stake in like wallets.
Yep. Yeah, so like on KuCoin, Binance, BlockFi, I believe, and a couple other different reputable exchanges. and wallets, they let you stake directly on their platform.
Mm.
So I know, like I said, I know Cardano is a good staking coin. Zilliqa, like I said,
Yeah, I talked to
Ter-
one of my buddies earlier, and he told me he's getting about 6% off Cardano a month, which isn't a lot, but it's a lot. You know what I mean? Like,
because people got to put that in perspective. Like if it's, let's say you really like Cardano and you think it's about to go to $5 or something.
mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? If you're getting 6% on that before it gets that price appreciation, you coming up double time. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
like for example, like I to this day, well actually now that this pullback happened, I'm glad I sold most of my Zilliqa. It pulled way back to like 7 cents. But you remember I
ooh,
started buying that at like half a penny,
yeah,
just getting
I
bits
remember,
and
yeah,
pieces, staking it, getting a return on the stake. So yeah, them the staking opportunities is great, man. Especially when you get in at the bottom of the market. Not to say we're at the absolute bottom, but we definitely in the downtrend. So it's
definitely in a
good.
downtrend. Yep,
Hmm. Yeah, so that's pretty much staking in the nutshell. You just depositing your digital assets for to get some interest. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
You know, I was trying to explain it to my buddy, but I'm not the best at explaining a lot of crypto, because I just learn on the go, and I don't really be trying to pull people in, draw people in. I'm at this point, I'm
Yeah,
just like, either you in or you ain't. I ain't got time to be trying to, you know, everybody think
yeah,
this
true
stuff is a
indeed.
scam these days, especially black people. Like, oh man, you can't make money. That's a scam. I'm like,
Yep,
all right,
yep.
whatever. I ain't got no time for that. So, you know, if you have crypto that you just letting sit in your wallet, you might as well just stake it, bro. Like, just make you some money off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep, yep.
But so liquidity pool, um, from my definition, well, go ahead with your definition. I want to hear how you use
Um, I guess the simplest way to explain it, you're basically providing liquidity, which is liquidity is you're providing funds to be traded with for the platform. So in essence, you kind of becoming the bank
it.
as far as like, let's say, think of a good quick example. All right, I'm gonna use Robinhood as an example, even though they had backing and they had financial backing and things of that nature. But
Right.
let's say Robinhood was like an independent company, or let's just say it was decentralized, because the platforms you provide liquidity to will in most cases be decentralized platforms. But let's say it was just starting up when they wanted to trade cryptos or whatever the case.
Mm,
It needs to be a pool of funds already on that platform for people to trade. So like let's say it's a new platform and it's like, all right, I want to jump into it. I got some ether. I want to trade my ether for something else. It
right.
already has to be that other asset already has to be on the platform for me to trade. It has to be a pool of it sitting there. So that's basically, if you're providing liquidity, that's basically what you're doing. You're basically giving funds to whatever platform that allows other individuals to come in and use it to trade. And
Mm.
you receive transaction fees and different bonuses with that. And
So
go ahead.
let me ask this. So basically, um, you basically kind of like staking it, but
In a sense,
in a sense, you're staking it, but you're providing more coins to what's, you know, you pretty much just putting your coins in a pool so other people can use it and return it pretty much, and you get a reward for it pretty much.
yep, yep,
Now with that being said, I was talking to a buddy earlier, and he said every person he's seen joining liquidity, they've got burned because of, he said it always happen, it always turns out real good. They have very high APYs or APR, I forgot which one it is, but
yep.
uh very high yields,
Well,
and
first
then
real quick, just to differentiate, because a good number of people ask me this question. They say, "What's the difference between APY and the APR?"
okay,
Um, your your APR is just pretty much what your base return would be. So let's say, to make the math easy, let's say I had something that had a 12% APR. That means it's gonna give me 12% over the course of the year. That's 1% a month. So APR means every month you're going to get that even 1%. Now, the APY, the reason that number is usually higher for like the same, you might be looking at the same pair or the same asset to get a return on. The APY will be higher because APY is if you're compounding your return every single month.
mm.
So
So
like
what?
what so basically that 1% that you made, instead of
Right.
taking it out, withdrawing it, or just not doing nothing with it, you put it right back into the pool.
Ah.
So that's the difference between the APY and APR.
So um the acronym like APR? What does that stand for, and what does APY stand for?
It's average percentage, not average, annual percentage yield and
Hmm.
annual percentage return.
Return. I always get it confused with rate.
As a
Um.
matter of fact, hold on. Let me not be. Let's be absolutely sure.
True that. True that. True that.
APR.
Five.
Mm, 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 mm. Yeah, you're right. It's annual percentage yield and annual percentage rate.
Okay.
But the APY takes the compound interest into account. So that's
Right.
the difference. But yeah, man, it's the thing about the liquidity pools and
Mm.
yield farming or whatever the case. It's advanced. So a lot of people, and it's only advanced, not that it's complicated to do, but you have to know what you're looking at. Like a lot of times people will just see those high APRs, high APYs you were just speaking on, and thinking like, hey, this is a win-win project. You know, I mean, it's a win-win situation. Like I can't lose if the return is this much. But it's
Right.
so many factors and different variables that come into play. Like I'm trying to think. Have I got rugged? Rugged is the term that they use too. They say you got rugged if you
Yeah, you
if you
got rug
left
pulled
hold.
on
Yeah,
on
if you
certain
left hold in the
joints.
bag. But
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't. I've been good at staying away from that. This huge thing that just happened with Iron Finance. I knew that was risky when I first seen it, but I heard about that the day it came out. You'll see,
Mhm.
I didn't even tell anybody about that. You didn't see me put it in a telegram or nothing
Right.
like that, because
Right.
I knew how risky it was. But I put in because it was literally the first day or two. I put in like it's probably like $250. It was a what was the pair? It was an Ethereum and Matic pair. It was making me it was the APY was like 1,000 something%. But me knowing this side of things, I knew that wasn't gonna last long. So like I got my money out within, it didn't even take me 3 days because the coin that they were paying you in tripled in value.
Woo.
So if anybody heard about this big rug pull that happened, it was called Titan Finance. Everybody from Mark Cuban was in it. Mark Cuban had money in it, so it was
Oh, that's the
billions.
okay. That's the
Yep,
one he got rug pulled on.
yep. He got
Okay,
in
so
late.
so let's rewind real fast for people who don't know what farming is. Um explain to them kind of what farming is, and because we kind of just switched from liquidity pool to farming, from
Okay,
staking
yeah. Well,
liquidity
it's
pool to farming.
farming is kind of a general term. It can apply to it can really apply to staking or provide liquidity. Farming is just going from the simplest way to explain it is going from platform to platform looking for the best yield, like whether it be short term on a short term basis, like week to week, like
Right,
those people call themselves yield farmers. So they're farming to try to see that what they're looking trying to see where is the highest yield, and that's where they're
right,
gonna put their assets to farm. They call it quote unquote farming to get those rewards and then be on looking for the next project. You
right.
know,
Okay, so
so
yeah, so I generally try to tell people when people start talking about farming and you have no idea or staking, start thinking passive income. They're not necessarily trading or anything like that, but they are looking to compound their money and make some
yeah,
money daily or potentially monthly or even yearly. But
yep, yep,
for the people who don't know, whenever you are, you know how we just said staking is just dropping one asset into something and locking it up, so you know it can generate money while you're not looking at it. Um, Farming, you have to find a pair of two assets.
yep. That you're
That's
comfortable holding.
right. So you have to. You can't just drop like you know. Compared to staking, you could just put. You like, hey, I'm holding Ethereum. I got $1,500 worth of the Ethereum, and I'm just gonna stake that up for 3% a month or whatever the case may be, and that's
Yep.
cool. But with yield farming or just farming, um, you're gonna have to find a not only you're gonna have to find a good website because a lot of these websites are rug pulls within a damn self. Um,
Yeah.
you're gonna have to find the right combination with the right type of yield because some yields are true, but they really just waiting for you to put your money in there and take advantage. So it
Yeah.
does
So
require a special type of knowledge. But go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
yeah. So and to touch on like some things to definitely look for every um any liquidity pool you thinking about getting into looking at, like it's I'll name a couple off my head that of course I don't know for sure, you can't predict the future, but based on the developers and who's behind it, I know three or four solid DeFi exchanges that you don't even really have to worry about getting rug pulled. Like that's not even it's not even really
That's not even in the conversation, like at
yeah,
all. Yeah,
because the people behind it are visible. They've been a part of different projects. The project may have been up and running for over like 2+ years, and just it's a bunch of different variables. But so real quick, I'll say Pancake Swap. That's on that's a DeFi exchange on Binance Smart Chain. Um, you also have Cub DeFi. That's a DeFi platform that's also on Binance Smart Chain. Quick Swap is on Polygon. So, like I said, if you want to just dive in and test the waters with a couple $100 or something, like those are three platforms you don't have to worry about getting rug pulled. Worst case scenario, the token you're receiving a reward in will drop in value because the market tanked. So everything dropped in value. But
okay, so
you know,
rewind real fast because some people may be thinking like, okay, I'm on Pancake Swap and I want to farm and I'm just gonna choose, Ethereum and Bitcoin. Let's just say we're using those pairs to farm money,
yeah,
but they don't know that they're probably gonna get paid in the Pancake Swap coin.
yep,
You know
yep,
what I'm saying? And that's the other part that
It's another variable that you
Yeah,
gotta.
another variable.
Yep.
You're gonna be getting paid in a certain type of coin, not necessarily just receiving money. You know what I'm saying? Like you're
Hmm.
gonna get paid in a certain type of coin, and if that coin goes down in value, then that coin just
Yep.
goes down in value. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
So
but
that's
it's still
yep.
money made though, for sure.
Yeah, and then also like with liquidity pools, you can pull that out at any given times. It's no time locks on the typical DeFi liquidity pool. So even if you did get paid in another token, soon as you withdraw, you could just use that same DeFi exchange and swap it for a wrapped Bitcoin, a wrapped Ethereum, and just
Right.
stack up Bitcoin and Ether that way. So that's typically what I do. I'll take depending on what farm it is, but I'll typically take a portion of my rewards, put it into Bitcoin and or Ethereum, and the rest of it I try to compound and keep it in the farm.
Right. Right.
So yep.
Um. So,
Oh,
I have.
real quick, just to touch on the different pairs. So to kind of explain like why what pairs you're picking is so important. Like I said, ideally it'll be two digital assets you want to hold on anyway, and that you think they both will appreciate in value. That way, um, while they're appreciating, you're still getting that return inside of that liquidity pool. But
Right.
how it works, let's say let's use Bitcoin and Ethereum, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And just to speak on that, if you do use Bitcoin, Ethereum, that's a strong pair. It's not that risky. Your return on a liquidity pool is going to be lower.
Low.
Like those will probably be typically like 15, 20%. But if you
Right.
do something like, for example, that Titan coin, if you did a Titan and Matic pair, man, that junk was, I can't remember how many thousands of percent it was, you know what I'm saying? But again, that's a higher risk play. But
Mm-hmm.
dang, well, where was I going with that? Where was I going with that?
Yeah.
Oh,
With
with
the.
the pairs, yeah. So
Yeah.
let's say you had a Bitcoin and Ethereum pair. Um, to make the math easy, let's say when you provide these pairs, you got to provide equal dollar value amount on both sides. So
Mm-hmm.
let's say I want to put in $10 of Ethereum, I would have to match that with $10 of Bitcoin. So let's say Bitcoin double in value while I have it in that pool. So that would mean Bitcoin's worth $20 and Ethereum's worth $10. Now, what happens in the liquidity pool, this is another variable that people don't keep up with. It's called impermanent loss. So when you're looking for those real high returns, these are usually the pairs that's subject to a lot of impermanent loss. So, all right, Bitcoin shoots to 20, doubles in value. So now that's worth 20. Let's say my Ethereum didn't move in value. So what the liquidity pool is going to do is even those out.
Right.
So the dollar amount stays the same. So it would even it out to where I have $15 worth of Ethereum, $15 worth of Bitcoin. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So the two assets kind of serve as levers as the price moves, and it keeps them
Right.
even. You know what I'm saying? It keeps the dollar value even on both sides. That's why people get wrecked too. Like you said, if you're in a bad project and one side goes to zero, you know what I'm saying, you automatically lose 50% of your value. Could be more depending on what the other side do. You know? So
Yee. Ooh,
yeah,
boy,
so
that all right. That'll be hurt. So, so when it comes to farming now, um, what would you say is the best place to learn about farming?
um to learn about it, man, that's a good question, man. I actually came
It's not
across
really a lot of it's when you go on YouTube looking for farming, there isn't really just a chapter one how to farm. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Yeah.
just get lost in the sauce instantly. It's a rabbit hole.
Now, you know what? I'm tripping, bro. I actually came across a resource yesterday, and it's solid too. I have been hearing about some folks, somebody working on it, but it's done now. It's a website called Rugdoc. So RUGDOC.io,
Yeah,
and they got it's like farming, like it's a bunch of farming, not farming, but liquidity pool and farming education, and they have calendars on when different stuff releases. They have like a grading scale where they tell you if something got some code in it, where they could rug pull you. So it's a dope little resource.
that's dope. That's real dope.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so lately we've been hearing about. I'm gonna just switch subjects real fast here. To speak on AMC.
Yeah.
Lately, people has been talking about AMC and how it's probably gonna hit $10,000 per share and stuff like that. And I don't. Hey, I mean, you know, if that's what you think, that's what you think. They short squeezing that mug like hell, so I can't say what it's gonna go to. Especially once they hit a new price discovery and all that. But how do you feel about stocks versus crypto? Like, do you recommend people to uh get into stocks at this point? If you never been into stocks or crypto, what would you recommend to the people, and um why? Oh, my bad. My bad.
I guess it's probably a setting too. It wouldn't let me unmute myself, so you
I
probably
got
could change that. But but yeah, man. Like I've been doing my fair share of education on the stock side of things. I've pretty much gone full-fledged crypto like the last 6 months, just after having certain conversations with myself. But yeah, man, that's a I feel like the days of buying something and just hoping it goes up and praying it doesn't go down, man. I'm really not with that anymore, and that's kind of what a lot of the stock market is. And it's not to say it's not money to be made. I know some people who made good money with the options on
right.
AMC and GameStop. But as far as it being an actual investment, something just to buy and hold long term, like you're really playing in murky water, in my
So
opinion. You know what I'm
so
saying?
let me pause you, because a lot of people who I said the same thing to, they'll say the same thing back to me with crypto. They be like, well, you don't know what crypto is gonna pop off. You don't know what coin is gonna pop off. You do the same thing. You buy and hold. Why should I, why should I switch to crypto when I've seen AMC go up over 100% in one day? Even though we all know, the whales and all that stuff got a lot to do with it, and it's not
Yeah,
necessarily.
that was definitely orchestrated.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I'm
it's definitely
saying?
not a natural progression or a natural uptrend. But
No.
what would you say to that though?
Um, I would just build on the whole speculation thing. Like now, indeed, there is a lot of speculation going on in the cryptocurrency space, but the um the good cryptocurrency projects have utility. The good blockchains, you can actually use them. So as opposed to let's say Ethereum, for example, just Ethereum's a great example. So yeah, I can buy and hold Ethereum based on me thinking um, that it's going to go up in value, but also while I um, while I have access to this digital asset, I can use it to engage in smart contracts. I can use it to I can use it as collateral to take out loans without having to use an application. I'm
Right,
not an application, submit an application rather, not use an
right,
application,
right,
but without any third party. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Stock market, you got access to that 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 Monday through Friday, and that's if your platform not acting funny. So, it's just it's a lot of different. It's a lot more freedom that cryptocurrency gives you, and of course the whole idea of direct ownership, as
right,
opposed to
right.
I have to
Eliminate
have
third
a
parties.
yeah, I have to have a Robinhood account or a TD Ameritrade account or an account with E Trade just to have, and I got to log into that to get access to to my assets. When cryptocurrency, you don't have to do that with crypto. So
You know, the more I talk to people, um, it's amazing because a lot of people don't like being responsible for certain things. Like, you know what's weird is,
yeah,
so when you talk to certain people about jobs and you be like, hey, why don't you move up in management or something like that? You like, they be like, well, I don't want that responsibility of being held accountable for this and that and the next. But it's like, you're gonna make more money. You know what I'm saying? And
yep,
I
yep.
understand some people would rather have the peace than the headache with more money. But it's like, why would you rather not go ahead and take the more money and possibly take a chance on yourself versus playing it safe? And I'm saying all that really to say, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to be held responsible for your
Oh
own
yeah.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, because even if you work at a job and a manager or whoever comes in over you and they're like, hey, why this ain't done, or why this ain't, if something's not done properly, like, they gonna hold you responsible. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And that's just because you work there. So it's like, I have the same mindset of like, man, if I'm gonna be doing something, I might as well. I don't want nobody to be over me or over my finances. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Indeed.
there's no need to have a daddy in the middle of you and your money. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
especially
man.
like people be wanting to have a daddy over. Like, I can't have a daddy over me and my bread, bro. Like,
Yeah, and that's
because
why like it confused me. People like in the crypto space and hold a lot of funds on Coinbase. Like that defeat the whole purpose. You know
and
what I'm saying?
that's also where I was going, because I'm like, I see dude. For those who don't know, there was a man who he invested $20 into a specific coin. I forget the name of the coin. I should go look it up since we're on a podcast, but
Yeah, I can't
you can
remember
go
the
look it up
name of it.
yourself. He put $20 into a coin. Overnight, he wakes up. He checks his Coinbase account every morning, and he's a trillionaire on paper. He has $1 trillion in his Coinbase. You know what I'm saying? But he's like tripping, like, this must be a glitch. What is going on? This can't be right. So he calls Coinbase and let them know what's going on. And like what Coinbase is known for, Coinbase freezes his account and stop, all the pretty much this suspends it indefinitely until they can figure out why he has this much money in it. So me personally, I would have been transferring, I don't know how much money to my wallet. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh,
before I
see,
even.
I'm looking at it. I'm reading it now. It say it was a glitch in the app. So it's not even like the coin didn't even jump up like that crazy. It was a glitch
Mm,
with as far as the figure. So yeah,
mm.
he wouldn't have been able to do nothing with that anyway.
Oh, well, yeah, I was gonna say, if you ever get a gang of money like that in your app or whatever you
Well,
using,
withdraw
don't call
ASAP.
nobody. Don't call nobody. Transfer your
Withdraw.
money, man. Transfer your money first and ask questions later. But yeah, that's I thought that was interesting, man. Also, R.I.P. to John McAfee. I haven't read into the story just yet, but
John McAfee, yeah, he a
John McAfee,
legend.
my fault, my fault. But yeah, John McAfee, man.
Hey,
It
what
was just weird.
check out that Gringo documentary too, y'all. documentary dope. It kind of paint him in a bad light, but hey man, that man was a rebel. You know what I'm saying?
Word. I ain't even seen that.
Yeah, definitely check that out, man.
Where is that?
John
What is it?
McAfee. If you just Google the John McAfee documentary, it'll definitely pop up.
Okay, cool. Say less. Say less.
Man,
Well, you got.
hey, homes with the shits, man. That's all
Oh,
I
for
say.
real?
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna have to check that out for real, for real. So, you got anything else left to say to the people? I feel like next episode, I'm gonna just go ahead and use some Matic to farm it, just to see,
Yeah.
just to give people a good glimpse of what's really going on, and because I don't want to just be sitting here talking about it. And they like farm, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I want to go
Yeah, we
ahead and
actually show them something. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
actually show them. I'm
And
gonna just
Matt,
farm 200,
Matt,
$300 worth of Matic just to see
yeah,
what it does. Cause like I haven't farmed myself, so I would love to
true,
see
true.
what it's gonna do and
And
how it
Matic's
maybe
a
work
great
out.
place to start too, man, because the transactions are pretty much free on Matic. You know,
Right,
everybody
right,
knows it is uh, liquidity opportunities on Ethereum, but you have to take into account the gas fees to get in and out those platforms. Binance Smart Chain is pretty cheap, but it's not like Polygon. It's not like Matic, where it's all they're pretty much free. On Binance, you might pay I I say between the dollars, a lot of times $3 to jump in and out some smart contracts. But on Matic, like I said, it's pretty much free. So
I like Matic, man. I've made a lot of. I ain't gonna say I made a lot of money, but I've made a good amount of money with Matic. I like Matic, man,
oh yeah.
because it seems like sometimes which Bitcoin kind of corresponds with all altcoins, but like sometimes Matic may jump up a lot before Bitcoin even, you know what I mean, before it even does its thing, or
Yep,
Ethereum
yep.
might jump up real quick before Matic does.
Yep,
Then
yep.
Matic might follow along right behind it, and I'm like, damn, like I just started noticing like little weird things like that. But
Yeah, and that's happening now with Matic just because a lot of the volume in the market overall is flowing into Matic. So whenever it's like a new DeFi kid on the block and they have some successful platforms or they have a big platform crossover to their blockchain, like Aave, for example, like it's it, it's going the price gonna pump, you know what I'm
right,
saying, soon enough. So
yes, sir.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
So
But yeah, man, I would just say, man, everybody, like I said, we in the downtrend, so tread lightly. Always,
I should have had a bear in
oh,
the background.
I always tell folks, man, like if you just dollar cost averaging through all of this, you don't really care what's going on. So if
Right.
you just playing it safe on that side, just dollar cost averaging into your Bitcoin, your Ethereum. Um, Now I'm not doing too much altcoin investing unless it's something that I'm about to earn some money with. Like something soon as I can buy, I could put it to work.
Yeah, I
So,
wouldn't suggest messing around with altcoins unless you really see a sale on something that you plan on hodling, like for real.
yeah, yeah. Like
It's no point.
I like Mana right now, of
Yeah,
course. I like Basic
man.
Attention Token.
Yeah,
And I
man.
really like that long term just because it's something I use. I use it every day. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
you
So
know what? Before we get out of here, let me pause that thought real quick on you, man. What was that you was telling me about Hive
they I know the last time we talked, I was talking about how they developing a
Metaverse
metaverse, and
for
they
the
already
social
got
media, right?
yep, because they already got the established social media platform, so it's gonna be a smooth transition. You know what I'm
Man, people
saying?
sleeping on Hive, bro.
Oh yeah,
To just be able to post and make money off of crypto. I ain't gonna lie, I be sleeping on it. Like I made a post or whatever, and I haven't made a post since. But
yeah,
I be sleeping on how I be forgetting, the whole Leo finance community and all that stuff, man. I be sleeping on
and
it, but
and then it's so much DeFi on Hive, man. It's like you can stake on there And like I said, that's one place you don't have to worry about getting scammed, but you can get decent APRs. You know, I got Hive and Leo like locked up into the platform. So of course I get returns for when I post and get likes, but just when I like someone else's content, I get a reward. So it's like it's a win-win.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, metaverse on social media.
Yeah, man. You know, Facebook is coming out with their platform Horizon that they're doing on the Oculus. That's coming
Right, right,
soon.
right, right,
But
right. I've been seeing
I
that.
ain't messing around with I ain't gonna mess around with that, man. Gotta get another headset at some point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been seeing Horizon, but I'm like, I'm not really big fan of Facebook and all that. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's it's real dope, man. I like what they're doing, but I definitely, a lot of people should get acclimated with Hive, man. Hive is an amazing
Oh
place,
yeah.
especially if you somebody like me personally. Um, I make music a lot. So I make music a lot and I take a lot of pictures of food and stuff like that. So don't post it on Instagram. Go on there and post it on Hive. You know what I'm saying? You could gain a little following and get free crypto. Like make some
Yep,
money
yep.
just from posting. So, don't take your talents to Instagram. Go take your talents where it's actually gonna be, it's actually gonna be beneficial. And
Yeah. And I'm big on repurposing content. So shit, post it both places. You could
yep,
take stuff you I've used pictures from old vacations as
yep.
Hive posts. You know what I'm saying? Earned a couple
Yeah, that's what
dollars.
I did on my first post. Yeah, I ain't
Mhm.
so
So,
yeah, man. But anything else you got for this
nah, man,
episode?
that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, everybody just tread lightly, look for your opportunities, learn more about different ways to earn cryptocurrency, like we was discussing, whether it's creating content, staking, farming, at least be familiar with those things. So,
Right, right.
but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Just everybody be blessed.
Already, man. So, hey, today, 6:24, it's 9:39, man. And looks like
Yep.
we gonna be out with another good one. Until next time, brother.
Peace, peace.
Already.
Yeah, man. Let's get another one in tomorrow.
All right, let's do it.
Indeed.
All right, one.